Hey everyone, in this video we are looking at the Golden Order Greatsword, which I have equipped here. It's a pretty cool looking weapon. This is one of the 9 legendary weapons that are available in the game. I have this one upgraded to plus 10, which is max level using Somber Smithing Stones, so we'll look at it from that perspective. However, I'll also be doing kind of just a general overview of the weapon as well. So starting off, we'll talk about the location and where you can find this weapon. Then we'll get into the more detailed stuff, looking at the stats of the weapon, comparing base level to plus 10. I'll show the attacks and the moveset of the weapon, some damage output examples, as well as some gameplay and things like that too. So starting off, we will talk about where you can find this weapon if you want to get it for yourself. So starting off with where you can find this weapon, it is located in the Consecrated Snowfield area, so you'll have to make your way to this point in the game first if you haven't gotten here yet. And then it is in the Cave of the Forlorn. So this is found right on the river here. So if you take this river all the way down, you'll come across this cave that requires 2 stone sword keys. So once you have this activated, you can come in here and there's a site of grace, and then it's essentially just making your way through the cave. There is one kind of tricky part that I'll cover, but once you make your way through here, there is a Misbegotten boss that you need to fight, and then once you defeat the boss, you will get the sword as a reward. Alright, so the one tip that I will give navigating through this cave, it's pretty straightforward for the most part, except for once you get to the end here. So this tunnel is going to essentially lead to a dead end if you keep going through there. And what you're going to want to do is turn around and come back to this room where there's these rock formations. And what we need to do is climb up this side here, which is a little bit hidden, and then make your way up here, and then this is going to lead into another room where you'll drop down, and then after that it's basically just a straight shot to the boss wall. But you can drop down here, continue your journey to the end, and then that's where the boss fight will happen, where you'll then defeat the boss and get the sword. Now moving on to the stats and information for the weapon. So I have the base level version on the left and the plus 10 version on the right. Starting off, we can see that this is classified just as a standard greatsword. For the attack power, it's a holy based weapon, so you get 86 physical damage and 103 holy damage. However, once upgraded to plus 10, that's increased to 210 physical damage and 252 holy damage. For the attributes, it is a faith-based weapon, so you need 28 faith, 21 dexterity, and 16 strength to use it. For the scaling on those attributes, it starts off with a C scale for faith, a D for dexterity, and an E for strength. Once upgraded to plus 10, that's increased to a B for faith. However, both dexterity and strength remain the same, D for dexterity and E for strength. So if you look at my stats that I currently have, I have 50 faith, 40 dexterity, and 53 strength. Ideally, you'd probably want to disperse that a little bit better if you're building specifically for this weapon and being a little bit more faith heavy. However, with the stats that I currently have, you can see I'm getting an additional 95 damage for physical and 232 damage for holy. So if we move over to the skill that this weapon comes with, you can see the description here. It's called Establish Order. Basically what you do for the skill, it has multiple steps. So the first step is a kind of area of effect explosion, and then you can follow that up with a ranged, what they call like a wave of golden light attack. But we'll do a demonstration so you can actually see what that looks like in the next portion of the video. Going through the moveset, we'll do both single-handed and two-handed. Starting off with single-handed, we'll do a regular attack combo, the heavy attack combo, the charged heavy attack, then we'll do a roll regular attack, roll heavy attack, backstep regular attack, backstep heavy attack, and then we'll do a sprinting regular attack and a sprinting heavy attack, and then finally a jump heavy attack there. Alright, moving over to two-handed, we'll do a regular attack combo, the heavy attack combo, a charged heavy attack, and then we'll do a rolling regular attack, rolling heavy attack, backstep regular attack, backstep heavy attack, do a sprinting regular attack, and sprinting heavy attack. And then here's a jump heavy attack. And then here is the skill called Establish Order. So as mentioned, this is kind of two different parts to it. The first is this explosion. So you can do just that if you want. However, there's also a follow-up. So if you hit the skill button again, you'll do the follow-up attack, which is this here. So there's kind of the ranged wave attack as well, if you follow that up. Moving on to some damage output examples. Starting off in single-handed, we'll do a regular attack combo. So that's 1764, a heavy attack combo. So 559, 559, a charged heavy attack, 762, and a jump heavy attack, 588. Moving to two-handed, we'll do a regular attack combo. 1859, a heavy attack combo. 1188, and then we'll do a charged heavy attack. 800, and a jump heavy attack. 623. And then for the skill, first we'll just do the initial explosion. So that's 688, and now we'll do the full sequence. So that's 2049 if you go through the full sequence. And then to demonstrate the AoE of the skill a little bit more, we'll go into this group of enemies here and do the attack. So there you can see the impact of that. It's nothing too great, but I mean it does have an AoE effect to it. So we'll do the wave attack as well. That's pretty cool. So you can see the area of effect of that as well. Finally, looking at some items that I'm using to help enhance the damage output of this weapon a little bit. So previously, all those damage examples, I didn't have anything equipped, so that was kind of a baseline level damage. Now, I'm going to go through a couple of things that I'm using to help buff this a little bit. Starting off in my Wondrous Physic, I'm using the Holy Shrouding Cracked Tier, so that's going to help boost that holy attack damage. And then the second one's not really as important. I'm using the Thorny Cracked Tier, which makes consecutive attacks grow stronger. So I have that, and then in terms of the talismans, I have the Sacred Scorpion Charm, which again is going to raise that holy attack damage, but this also will lower your damage negation a little bit. The Shard of Alexander to help boost that skill, the damage output of that, and then kind of some generic ones. I have the Claw Talisman to increase my jump attacks, and then the Ritual Sword Talisman to raise attack power when my health is at maximum. So with all of that equipped, I'll just go through some more examples here real quick just to compare to. So I'll use my Wondrous Physic, and then in two-handed mode, I'll do the regular attack combo. So that's now 2589. The heavy attack combo, 1688. A jump heavy attack, 1062. And then the skill, we'll do that here real quick. So that's been increased to 3,444. All right, so that was a look at the Golden Order Greatsword, upgraded to +10. Overall, honestly, after using this weapon, I'm not a huge fan of it. I wasn't super impressed overall. It's just kind of meh, I guess. I think, honestly, the best thing it has going for it is the aesthetics. I think it certainly is a really cool-looking weapon. But other than that, yeah, it's just nothing I don't think I would ever choose to use again. One other thing that's kind of important to keep in mind is that this is a holy-based weapon. And a lot of the, not a lot, but some of the endgame content, the bosses are pretty strong against holy damage. So if you're thinking about using this for endgame content, it's probably not the best choice. That being said, if you are looking for a holy-based build, this probably is one of the better choices that you can go with. But yeah, personally, just after using it, I was just a little underwhelmed with the damage and things like that. I probably technically could build out my character a little bit better to make full advantage of the attributes, but even still, I don't think this is something I would choose to use, like I said. The skill, kind of the same way. It's an okay skill. It does have its uses in certain cases, but the delay on it is pretty bad. It takes a while to actually initiate the attack, and it just kind of seemed hit or miss on when it was useful. So anyways, that's kind of my personal take on it. You might want to, try it out for yourself, and if it is something that you like, maybe, upgrade it a little bit, and then if you really like it, you could upgrade it to +10 as well. But me personally, this is probably something I'm going to put away and not use ever again. So anyways, hopefully that was helpful, and we will see you later.